Yo, what is up everybody? My name is Austin, and in today's video we're going to be going over some more KotLC 9.5 theories on basically what we think Keefe is doing in the Lost Cities, what he's up to. So I sent out a community post asking you guys what you think happened in Keefe's point of view, and I'm going to be reading over some of the best theories that I found. But before we get in this video, make sure to drop a like, comment down below your theories if you want a chance to be participating in the next KotLC theory video, and also make sure to subscribe. We are so close to 19,000 subscribers. Right now we are only 100 away. If you can help us out and subscribe down below, that would be amazing. But let's jump straight into the video. This first one is by Randomness Forever, and this person has to say, I think he will just leap from place to place until eventually finding London, and along the way he will take control of his powers and discover more powers along the way. He probably has all sorts of adventures, with maybe some of them involving the Neverseen, and also Alden could be in the Neverseen. When he gets to the Neverseen, he might find out more about it's also possible to survive. He found elves that had ran away from the Lost Cities previously, and they helped him. All I know is it'll be crazy. And yeah, that is exactly how I would put it as well. I think this book is going to be definitely so much different than all the other books combined, and I mean, it's just gonna be awesome to see what Keefe is really doing. And I think after reading this comment, it actually had me thinking, like, I never really thought about when is the book actually going to start. It's going to start like after he hands Grady the letter and he leaps away. Like, when is the book going to start? Is it going to start when he's in his hotel, or you know, maybe he does meet some people along the way, like Neverseen or banished elves, or maybe even Elysian. You know, there's so many people, and also obviously the Ethan Benedict Wright. Maybe he investigates something like that. So thank you for this theory. Definitely a lot of cool ideas, especially about like where is he going to start, right? Like, where is Keefe going to start, or where is this book going to start? All right, this next one is by Bookwoman13. And this person says, I think that after a while of being in the Forbidden Cities, Keefe will run into Ro. That's why she never responded to Sophie, because she already knew where Keefe was. I think Ro will get in a fight with someone or something and die trying to protect Keefe. That might be one of the reasons that Keefe became numb but didn't have the guts to tell anyone about Ro's sacrifice. I do really like this theory because like right now we have no idea where Ro is, you know, whatever was happening, the ogre like civil war or whatever, in which we assumed Ro is kind of, you know, heading over towards Cadfeld's camp. I'm pretty sure he's like camped out trying to overthrow the ogre king, blah blah blah. And you know, I think that we all assume that Ro is going towards that, but maybe what if she's more concerned about Keefe and she goes to human world, and that's why we're not hearing from her, because she sacrificed her life. I actually really like this theory because, you know, it definitely could happen. It definitely sounds like Ro, because she definitely really loves Keefe and wants to make sure that he is safe. And also Keefe, yeah, definitely Keefe was, you know, not his self when he got back, so maybe he did learn something that is crazy, or like, you know, like he's just been feeling maybe like sad and numb, and like you said, like what if this has to do with Ro or something else? So hey, we never know, but good theory. Let's get into the next one. All right, this next one is by Hydra the Hopeful, and this person says, my theory is that while in the Forbidden Cities, Keefe makes some friends and befriends the fox, of course, and over time he kind of tells them a bit about himself, but leaves out the part that he's an elf and such, and along the way finds out more about Ethan Benedict Wright and Eleanor, and also finds out some stuff about the Black Swan. I think at some point he'd also be on the run from the Neverseen, or trying to find out more since he left, and also experimenting slightly with his new abilities, but also being afraid of himself. I think it would also be cool if we were to meet / befriend a human who's actually an elf who had left the Lost Cities a long time ago. Those are my theories, and I cannot wait for book 9.5. Me too. Thank you so much, Hydra, for the great theories. And I found like a lot of good points in here, right? About his friends, right? At the start, I honestly don't think he's gonna tell his friends about like him being an elf and like his situation. At some point he's gonna have to tell them. He's in such a weird position, like, because like they'll start asking questions like, oh, where are your parents, right? Like, he's just a kid, you know, on the streets, like, who probably, you know, like just has this jewelry, like, you know, what if he gets like mistaken as like a jewel thief or something? There's probably gonna be a lot of questions asked, and if he does make friends, I think he does have to tell them that he's an elf, because I mean, what can he really do? He's just a random person, like, and has no idea about the human world. And maybe after Keefe gains their trust, maybe they'll go out and investigate and help him, you know, in his endeavors. And also, like you said about the Neverseen, I'm pretty sure they might have been searching. I mean, they definitely probably were searching for him, just like, you know, the Black Swan was, and maybe they do run into each other, and maybe they try and recruit Keefe or something like that. Maybe that's something to do with the cover. And also, I do agree with like Keefe just like going around maybe the Lost Cities, just like experimenting with his abilities, because he wants to make sure it was safe to, you know, go back to the Elven world, right? When Sophie showed up to Keefe's store, right, I don't think Keefe would agree to go back, because, you know, he was definitely definitely scared of himself and thought that he was too powerful. But now I think maybe he experimented a little bit and practiced, and now it has a little bit more restraint over his ability. So thank you for the great theory. Let's get on to the last one of the video. Alright, this last one's by Eclipse of the Moon's Mood, and this person says, I think we're going to find out that Keefe found out something about Alden or the Vackers in general. I say this because in a previous theory that has been featured on your channel, I went on about how I thought Alden was secretly evil. I feel like Keefe might have found out something about Alden being involved with the Neverseen, maybe being an information provider, which could totally explain why every plan Sophie and others come up with to defeat the Neverseen always fails. Especially because yes, I understand that some of their plans might have been predictable at times, but nearly every plan being a failed attempt is kind of sketchy. Someone has to be feeding Neverseen some information. Also, Keefe mentioned that he had help when he stayed at the human hotel. I think that Keefe had help from the son and daughter who had supposedly died. I can't remember their names, but it's the green door that Keefe delivered a letter to as a child in recovered memory. Wow, this one I actually do agree with, and I totally understand what you're saying about Alden, or just like the Vackers in general, could be evil, right? I don't think that Fitz is evil, but I think like we know Alvar's evil, right? What if Alden's evil or something like that? And like we know that there's a troll hive in their backyard, right? And there's like this huge like Vacker legacy. Like there's something going on at Everglen, and maybe Alden's a part of it, right? Maybe like not Della, but like what if Alden is a part of it? And just some of like the Vackers are just kind of like caught up in like some of the Neverseen's dealings, right? Like kind of like Alden's kind of like a spy or something like that. Which we know that there's been so many double agents on both sides, and sometimes it gets confusing, but like, you know, Alden could definitely be working with the Neverseen. He is a little bit sketchy sometimes, I do have to admit. So thank you so much for the theory. I definitely agree with you. Alden, or just like the Vackers, are just kind of suspicious with all this like Vacker legacy thing going on. So I definitely love your theory, and I loved all the theories in this video. So thank you guys so much for submitting them. And definitely, if you guys want to comment down below some of your theories, you'll have a chance to be in the next one. Alright, so this is going to be the outro. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed all these great theories in this video. And guys, we are getting closer and closer to 9.5 Unraveled releasing. I mean, we have about like 4.5 months left till the book's release, which is super close. It feels like it's been such a long time since like a main book has released. So I'm really excited to see this, and I'm just excited to see Keefe's point of view, because I feel like anything can happen. It's gonna be super unpredictable, and it's just gonna be a crazy good read, I think. So I'm excited. Thank you guys so much for the theories. Make sure to drop a like down below if you guys enjoyed. Comment down below your theories if you want a chance to participate in the next video, and also subscribe down below. We are 100 subscribers away from 19,000, so please help us get there. We are so close. And that is going to do it for today's video. I was Austin from the KotLC Fanbase, and I'll see you guys next time. Have a great rest of your day, and peace.